Hello, 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 everybody. I hope I'm live. All right, get my camera together. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure. Let me pull myself up on my laptop. Make sure I'm not on mute because I have done that before where I hit that live button for the first 3 minutes. I was muted. Hello, guys. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. We're going to have a conversation tonight. We are going to have, hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. All right. So we are going to have a conversation. All right. So if you are on the live right now, go ahead and type in hashtag live. You will see that live on the top of your screen. Do me a favor and type in hashtag live. We're going to have a really good conversation tonight. I'm not going to get into like tip number one or mistake number one, all those things. Check out our live that Miyoko and I did yesterday. It was absolutely amazing. But in the meantime, today we're going to have a conversation. We're going to have a really, really deep talk conversation because it's time to break your business. I'm not even going to get into the introductions because I know each and every one of you under the sound of my voice really want to get the meat of today's conversation. And we're going to jump into it and talk about what do I mean by you need to break? I don't mean you need to take a break. I'm not talking about that. I'm not telling any one of you to take a break. Do not take a break. Do not stop. Do not pause. Do not slow down. We as women, we like to make a whole bunch of excuses. Life be life and all the things. We love to make those excuses. You never hear a man who runs a business tells his partners or tell whoever, man, listen, I didn't make no money today because life is life. I stopped my business because life is life. It's very rare you hear that, okay? But we women, we say it all the time. Life is lifing. I'm going through a lot. I'm rebranding. All these things that we hear. And you know what I think that comes from, y'all? Type in me if you in the chat because we're having a conversation today. Okay. Type in me in the chat if you want to know where does that come from? Why do we always say life is lifing or I'm going to take a break or I need to slow down or this is overwhelming? Type in me if you're like, well, why the heck do we always say that? Because no matter what happens in life, everything has a season, right? I'm going to go a little bit deeper. Everything has a rhythm. Can somebody type rhythm in the comments real quick? I'm going to get back to that first thing I just mentioned, but if you could do me a quick favor and go ahead and type in the word rhythm in the comments. Type in rhythm or just put R. Type in rhythm or just put R. Right? Everything in life has a rhythm. Right? Anything that's consistent. Our bodies, we as women. Now, you men that are on here, maybe I want to leave right now because we're talking about our womanly rhythmic habits that we go through every single month, especially if we're under 50, right? Our bodies go through a rhythm. No matter what time of year it is, no matter if it's Christmas, anniversary, summertime, vacation time, our bodies still go through a rhythm. Never at a point where your body stops going through a rhythm unless with child, that it says, we're not going to do the rhythm this month because you know what? Life is life. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk to you ladies about, and let me go ahead and hit the record button. This is why I need trees. From now on, you got to get on these Zooms because I'll be forgetting to hit the record button. So I'm not going to hit it now because I already missed a lot of stuff from this recording. But the first thing I want to talk about, some of you may feel a kind of way, but it's okay. I know of those of you who feel a kind of way about what I'm about to say, I know that God is going to plant a little seed. And later on, you're going to get this part. And 1% of you watching this listening to this first thing I'm going to share, 1% of you who are watching this, whether you're watching this live or on the replay, you're going to get what I'm about to say. Okay, so the 99%, I know you're not going to get what I'm about to say, but the 1%, I know that you will, right? Thank you, Trees. Where I see where the world is going, especially the United States, the direction that I'm seeing that the world is going, especially the United States. Therese, if you can you share this live to Miyoko real quick? Can you put this live in his inbox real quick? Thank you, love. I forgot to share it with him. I feel that, and this is not a feeling, this is what I'm seeing. Okay, this is what I'm actually seeing. Right? Is we are now female entrepreneurs, no matter if you're of color, Caucasian, wherever nationality you are, but female entrepreneurs, mothers, wives, all the things. We are now breaking away from being codependent, right? Follow me here. We're breaking away from being codependent from friends, relationships, right? Jobs, right? The government, right? Especially, thank you, Therese, especially the government, right? We're like, listen, eventually we know it ain't gonna be no handouts or very little, right? Those who like to sit on their backs and not get anything done, they're gonna have to get up and get something done because it's not gonna be handouts or very little. So we're coming from being codependent to now, hey, listen, I gotta get more dependent, right? I gotta have more courage. And we're gonna talk about courage in just a second. We're gonna dive into courage in just a second and why you registering and signing up for our Your Brand, Your Breakthrough Masterclass is going to actually help you get more courage. If you don't want to learn more about that masterclass, go to bit.ly/Your Brand, Your Breakthrough. I put the link in the comments here. So with that being said, we're now moving towards 1% of you who are watching this live. I'm not talking about the 99%. I'm talking about the 1% of y'all who are watching this live. And you're going to actually take everything I'm saying for face value and actually sign up for our masterclass and now get to work. Y'all are going to understand that having your own breakthrough in your brand helps you to build a personal brand, right? It's going to help you build a personal brand. Now, I know some of you, I had a conversation with a young lady this morning, and she was like, yeah, we have a brand, we're doing this, we're doing that. But you know what? I realized something from that conversation this morning. I realized that a lot of women that I speak to, that I share the opportunity of our upcoming masterclass that says, yeah, we have a brand. That's your ego talking. Ouch, right? Just the other day, a couple of weeks ago, one of my business partners told me, Tisha, you have an ego. And I was like, oh my God, come on, y'all. Oh, okay, let me shout some of y'all out in the chat. I see Brenda Lee. Welcome, Brenda Lee, to the live. Thank you so much for joining. I see my girl Therese, the right and left hand of my business. I see Miss Michelle Wilson. Thank you so much for joining, Michelle. And listen, y'all, if y'all haven't shared this out yet, make sure that you share this out. Tag a friend on in here as well. Ego. If you feel that you don't need to build a personal brand, you gotta ask yourself. You have ego. And another reason why I feel that a lot of women, female entrepreneurs, don't want to build a breakthrough and don't want to build a personal brand, because your breakthrough leads to your personal brand as well, and both work hand in hand, is that you care too much about what people think, right? Because when you are building a personal brand, you are taking the covering off. You're now taking the mask off yourself. You're not trying to be perfect or be neat or be a certain kind of way or look like everybody else. You're saying, listen, I'm a 1%er. I move to the beat of my own drum. Look at every successful person that you follow. Not I follow, because I follow a lot of successful people. That's why I'm successful, right? But look at every successful person that you follow. Yes or no? Put this in the chat. Are they like everybody else? Yes or no? Y'all answer that question. Jamie, I see you says every successful person, anybody that motivates you every morning, anybody that you get inspiration from, any entrepreneurial person that you follow and you're like, man, this person is dope. Every time you see a notification comes up on social media, you are in their live. You are commenting on their posts. You are showing up to their events. I want to ask you, are those individuals, are they different from everybody else? Or are you following them because they look like everybody else? Those individuals that motivate you, inspire you, do they have something that you're like, man, I like to follow them because they are a what? Personal brand. They are who they are. They're unique. They're outside of the bubble. They're the 1%. Right? Yes or no? I know every successful person that I follow, every successful person that motivates me, every successful person that inspires me, every successful person that literally, when I see their notification pops up, I'm on their content. I'm engaging with their stuff. I'm actually reading their book, right? I'm actually reading this awesome book right now, y'all. This book may not apply to none of you guys, but it's really good. It's called the New York Disrupted. Yeah, it really helps, especially if you're part of a church or things like that. This is really, really helps. It's by Mac Pierce. Really good. I like this book, and I only read so far 35 pages. I like this book because it's absolutely different from any religious based book, right? That I've ever read. It's personal. This book alone represents a personal brand, right? It represents a breakthrough as well. So with that being said, y'all, what is keeping you from building a personal brand, what's keeping you from having your own breakthrough in your brand, is the fact that you care too much about what people think. That's one of the reasons. Today, I was at service and I was listening to somebody and they made a comment and I looked at this person and I said, man, I was thinking in my head, I was like, man, if you did not care about so much about what everybody thinks, you would be even more amazing. Can I ask y'all this question? If you was genuinely yourself, you know how people say, "Oh, I keep it 100." Not everybody keeps it 100. I'm just going to be honest. Some of y'all keep it 20%. Some of y'all be 20% 100. Some of y'all be 10% 100. Nobody, hey, Annette, nobody keeps it 100. But I'm gonna ask you a question. If you were able to be and showcase who you really are, who you truly are, the essence of yourself. I'm gonna use one of my besties, Annette. I love Annette so much. She's actually on this live right now. Annette is a people person. Everywhere we go, people know her. Just last week, I did a live, and one of my clients was in the comments, and she was like, I know Annette. And y'all, New York has millions of people. We live in New York. New York has millions of people that live in New York, all right? More people than most big states, right? And there was an individual in one of my clients knew who Annette was. Now, I want to ask you this question, Annette, because I know you're going to be totally honest. If you were able to transfer, or even add that networking ability that you have, and you were able to translate it onto social, do you feel that you will be successful in the next 6 months? Yes or no? So, because ladies, all this is a transfer. When we say we're going to help you build a personal brand, we're not saying that, listen, we're going to help you be totally different than yourself. No, 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 no. No. During our Your Brand, Your Breakthrough Masterclass, we're going to teach you exactly how to be yourself and promote yourself and love it at the same time. And while you're being yourself and you're promoting yourself and loving yourself at the same time, you're not going to care what anybody thinks. You're going to look at other people, just like I did this morning when I was having a conversation with somebody. When you're looking at other people who care so much about what people think, you're going to look at them and feel bad for them. You're going to say, wow, you would be even more amazing if you just, and I'm a cuss, I'm sorry. You would be even more amazing if you didn't give a shit about what other people think, about other people's opinions, about other people's thoughts and what you should and shouldn't do. You wouldn't even give a darn, because guess what? You're building something that's bigger than yourself. Okay. The last thing I want to talk to y'all about is, and again, y'all, we're having a conversation, right? Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Therese. And I'm trying to make sure I say this the right way. What does it look like when you are, I'm talking about the breakthrough side. What does it look like when you really know that you have a breakthrough in your life and in your business? I'm going to go back to the word courage. Can somebody type that in the chat real quick? Somebody type in the chat, I need courage. Some of us think we know what having courage is, and we all know what the meaning is of courage. I'm not going to go on Google and pull up the actual dictionary meaning, but when you think of the word courage, I want you to look at your bank account, because your bank account determines how courageous you are in your business. So I'm going to raise my hand on that because I need to be more courageous. Your bank account, don't sit up here in my comments and say, yeah, I have courage. Yeah, I have an LLC. That made me have courage. I started a business. Yeah, that makes me courageous. No, look at your bank account right now. That will determine how much courage you had today in your business. There's something that you did not do today. There's some things that you need to do more today. Your courage level should have been at 10 today. I'm really stepping on some of your toes in this. Okay, I told y'all some of y'all, 99% of y'all going to be mad. 1% of y'all going to get what I'm saying. Courage. I'm telling you right now, when you sign up for our Your Brand, Your Breakthrough Masterclass, we're going to teach you how to have more courage. Yes. Because you know what it is, y'all? It goes more deeper than that. You have more courage, your email list grows. You have more courage, more people flock to your business. You're just not just a boutique or just an insurance company or just a VA or just a person who talks about business. You're somebody that people wait for the notification to go ding and for you to show up. And y'all listen, there's going to be a lot of people who do show up for your content and they don't say anything. But you drop a link one day and they buying. You drop a link one day and they joining your email list. Stop posting, going back to your post and getting mad because you didn't get a like. Or you got 1 or 2 likes. Keep going. I'm using myself as an example. I started posting more just recently. I probably post maybe 2, 3, 4 times a day. And y'all don't understand the amount of inbox messages I've gotten just in the past 48 hours. Not everybody's going to be engagers. There's some people that are going to say, you know what, I'm a DM Letitia on the back end and learn more about her masterclass, learn more about how she can help me. I have conversations all day long in my messenger, in text message, phone calls, everything. Those are the conversations that are the most breakthrough because you're moving people forward. Use this platform that's free for you to post all day. You know why you don't post a lot? Because you care too much about what people think. You care too much about what the 99%ers think. We need to care about what the 1%ers think. Come on now. Come on now. Stop caring about what the 99%ers think. The 99%ers are never going to get what you do. The 99%ers are going to be the ones that are going to be jealous when you are at a place in your business where people are literally signing up to be mentored, to be coached by you, to join you. They're never going to get it. You don't even want the 99%ers in your circle. That's why people tell you when you're building a business, your circle gets smaller. It does. Sometimes that hurts us. Sometimes that makes us feel away, but it's true. Your circle will get smaller. You're going to have really more strategic people around you. You're going to have more people around you who are also like-minded. Oh my God, I'm preaching to myself right now, y'all. I'm sorry. I am preaching to myself because I just had a conversation with somebody today. I'm trying to go back in my messenger. Right. The person said, it's crazy. You never were around the like-minded peers. When you start getting around like-minded peers, sometimes it does make you feel a little uncomfortable because you're like, wait a minute, we're speaking the same language. I'm not used to that. I'm so used to people being objective and being toxic and being conversational and being threatening to my purpose that when there are 2 or 3 people out of the thousands of people who are getting it, it's like, wait a minute, is this really real? Or am I dreaming here? Am I dreaming here? No, God is answering your prayers. I'm sorry, I had to jump into that. It feels different, but that's normal. Sometimes, and I'm just saying this for my personal life, we spend years being around abnormal people. That when we get around people that display normalcy, it's like, wait a minute, something's not right. How many of y'all like that? I'm a New Yorker, and I've always been like that, where I will question normalcy. Come on, y'all, we're having a conversation here. That's the biggest breakthrough I've had this year, is I have to stop questioning normalcy and embrace normalcy. Because sometimes we've been around toxicity for so long, we think that's normal. I feel like I'm talking to somebody today. We feel that is normal, and it's not. Then we get around the normal, it's like, wait a minute, something's not right. Something's not right. So when that does happen, the devil's going to use everything and everybody to try to make you break away from normalcy. And they probably have done it all your life, but you didn't realize it up to now. But like I said, ladies, check your bank account. I ain't gotta sit here and give you 10 tips on how to be more courageous, or 10 tips on to see if you are courageous. Look at your bank account. That's going to determine if you were courageous today or not. So the next question you're going to ask yourself is this: well, Letitia, how do I become courageous in this moment? I want you to do me a favor. I want you to be like my girl Jamie, who's on here. She's one of my clients. She recently just signed up for our Your Brand, Your Breakthrough Masterclass. I want you to go to bit.ly/your brand, your breakthrough. That's all lowercase, and register for our upcoming masterclass. Okay? Register for our upcoming masterclass. You definitely don't want to miss it. Especially for those of you who struggle with being courageous, especially for those of you who are sitting back and saying, you know what? I really don't have a personal brand. I really don't know how to be myself in my personal brand. I'm hiding behind my logo. I'm hiding behind my colors. I'm hiding behind my LLC. I'm hiding behind all those things because I'm afraid to be me. You see other people who are genuinely themselves. You are following people right now and giving them money who are genuinely themselves, and you are struggling to be yourself. Every time you stretch, you think you're self-sabotaging yourself. You're questioning yourself. You're caring too much about what people think, and you have a very low level of belief in your God-given abilities. Okay? So I want to ask y'all a question, because we're having a conversation here, y'all. How many of you guys are signing up for my masterclass? Okay, our masterclass is I'm doing it as a partnership with Miyoko Tyler. Let me go ahead and why am I not on here? Let me go ahead and pull this up. But still, y'all make sure y'all answer my question. How many of you are signing up for our masterclass? It's going to show up like this. All right. Let me pull it up. Y'all see that? Pause it here. Boom. Go here. Boom. All right. Tanya said, what I missed. She said, quit telling my business. Y'all, listen, if you're trying to build a business, you got to tell your business. You got to display who you are. You ain't got to share everything. There is restrictions and limitations that you need to have. Like I have 5 kids. Y'all don't see me post them every day, right? There's a lot of entrepreneurs that have kids and don't do that. But there's so many ways that you can display your personality and uniqueness without having to spill all the tea. Okay. So how many of y'all are signing up? I know Jamie already signed up. If you have any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat. But the masterclass is going to absolutely be amazing. It's going to be with myself and my amazing business partner, Miyoko Taylor. Okay. And we're going to get y'all to build your brand. Your breakthrough is going to be absolutely amazing. Okay. The link is bit.ly/your brand, your breakthrough. You definitely want to sign up. It is going to be amazing. And make sure you bring a friend. I was just sharing this with Miyoko yesterday. I was like, you know what? People need to start bringing people along with them. Okay. My girl Annette, she's in the comments here. Every time she has something going on, she brings me with her. Okay. Yes. And sometimes I'll be like, girl, I can't make it. But you best believe most of the time, I would say, what you think, Annette, 99% of the time or 98% of the time, I show up, right? Because you don't want a friend that want to keep all the whole bag to themselves. Right? You want a friend that say, you know what? I got a lot of fish over here. You want to come in my boat and get some of this fish and cast out your net too? Yes. Do you want it? Thank you, Trees. Do you want it, girl? There's a lot of fish over here. I can't take all the fish. Because the real tea is, and this is what other nationalities do. I don't know if y'all peep this. The real tea is that you want people that want to share. You want people that want to say, you know what, girl, there's a lot. Ooh, this is good over here. This is going to help you. And sometimes you want to just show up for things for yourself instead of showing up and taking 1,000 notes to hand off to somebody else and you're not getting your breakthrough. So bring a friend, okay? Bring a colleague, bring whoever you need to bring. And they say, yes, 99%. Thank you for joining. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining and watching. Again, the link to our Your Brand, Your Breakthrough Masterclass is bit.ly/your brand, your breakthrough. That's in all lowercase. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in attendance at the masterclass, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye, guys.